to Scott's Quick Cash Class episode 2. We are talking about the $10 rule. Now, really, you could pick any dollar amount. We're picking $10 today just because, it buys less now than it used to buy, but, we really don't think much about $10. Yeah, we'll go to the convenience store, spend 10 bucks on this, go to another store, or Starbucks or whatever, spend $6 here, $7 here, $10. And the thing is, it adds up, man. And if you talk to yourself, and say, oh, it's not that big of a deal. It's only 10 bucks, only 10 bucks, only 5 bucks, only 4 bucks, or it's only 20 bucks. When you add that up over the course of a week, a month, a year, the dollar amount doesn't really seem big, but it's more of what you're losing. You can use that money for a lot of different things. And realistically, it's a mindset thing, right? And so we have to ask ourselves, is this really something that we need? A lot of times we don't ask ourselves that question, right? Because we're already in the bad behavior. And realistically, how you get better is making financially how you get better. And I guess this can go to any point in life, because you got to make better choices, right? And so our financial scorecard is a series of choices, and we can go back and forth and go, well, I had a bad break here, I had a bad break here, but eventually it just comes to making good choices. And that's what this episode is about, is let's, on minor choices, on real small purchases, let's make good decisions, and I'm not here to tell everyone that, they need to stop eating out, stop having, a Starbucks, maybe stop, buying that audiobook, or, going out to see a movie or whatever that is, or another subscription. That's not what I'm here to say. What I am here to say is I want you to think about the cost difference between the two. Yes, it's only 10 bucks right now, but that $10 in 2 years from now could compound or could grow and expand, and then that money could grow and expand where you're just taking that $10 and you're throwing it out the window right now. That's why they do it in marketing too, right? They're talking about everything always ends in a 99, right? So it's just a little bit less. Like, this is only $9.99, or it's only $19.99. In your mind, you're just like, that's not much money. That's not much money. But it's not much money now. But it's more about making good decisions. Or am I making good decisions? Question of the day. We got a question that says, what was the last $10 that you spent on that gave you zero return? And how can you redirect the next one, right? So maybe it's something as simple as when you go to the store, right? Energy drinks are really big right now. A lot of places, a lot of convenience stores or companies will have their own knockoff brand of an energy drink. Maybe you like the Red Bull. Maybe it's trying something else. Red Bull's $4 a can, $3 a can, whatever. Maybe the other one's only $2 a can. Just taking a look at that purchase and going, hey, what can I do to maybe use this a little bit better? Hey, maybe I don't need an energy drink today. Whatever that is, but think about it. Just be aware. That's really what I'm trying to get, is just be aware of where you're spending that money. So here's our stat of the day for you. I'm not sure where I'm at on this. The wife is in charge of a lot of subscriptions. I know we have more than we should, but the average Generation Z adult has $1,500 a year in non-essential purchases, as far as subscriptions and things like that. That's a pretty big number. That's about $120 a month when you do the math that way. $120 doesn't seem like a lot, but over the course of 30 years, it definitely is. Now, once again, you're not going to cut out everything, but it's just a mindset. Do I really need to spend this? What can I use this money for? How would this money get me ahead? Is really what you're looking at. So hopefully you got something out of this. Hopefully it probes you a little bit to think about, do I really need to spend this on, or what can I use this money for? But hopefully you liked it. Leave a comment, give us a like, tell your friends about us. Once again, not selling anything, not trying to get you to subscribe to anything. Just want to try to help you guys out. with some of the mistakes that I made when I was younger. So hopefully you got some useful information out of that. Till next time.